In the Old Testament, there's a story of a man named Ezekiel. There's a story in the Old Testament about a man named Ezekiel. Ezekiel spends the first 25 years of his life preparing for ministry in the temple of God in Jerusalem. He's going to be a priest. But when he's 25, the world falls apart. Babylon invades, defeats Jerusalem, puts a new ruler in charge, and carries away the educated, the prominent, the popular, the important, to weaken the city and to demoralize the people. These captives are exiled, and they live in refugee camps outside of the city of Babylon. Ezekiel's been there 5 years in this refugee camp when he has a vision. Now, this vision comes to him on his 30th birthday, the day when he should be graduating. Turning 30 means he's ready for service. He's ready to be a priest, to do the thing he's been preparing for his whole life. This should be his graduation day. He should get to walk. He should wear a cap and gown. He should throw a party. But here he is, chapter 1 of the book of Ezekiel, sitting by himself by a river, alone, in exile. Nowhere near where he thought he would be on this would-be exciting day. And it's here in exile that he has a vision of God. This is the famous Ezekiel vision with the wheels inside of wheels, with all the eyes and the fire, the angels with multiple wings and multiple faces, carrying the throne of God with the presence of God, this fiery form sitting on the throne. Now, the language that Ezekiel uses to describe what he's seeing is all temple language. This is the way that God's presence should be in the temple in Jerusalem. So why is Ezekiel seeing it in Babylon? He has another vision to answer that question. His second vision takes him back to the temple in Jerusalem, and he sees all sorts of wickedness and injustice. The people are worshiping other gods. The people have forsaken the covenant with the God who brought them out of Egypt. The leaders have become corrupt. People have forgotten the plight of the vulnerable. And Ezekiel sees this same presence of God that he sees in Babylon. He sees it rise out of the temple and leave. God has left the building. God leaves the temple. He abandons it. He abandons the city of Jerusalem. The place where God is supposed to be is now vacant. But where is this presence of God gone? In that second vision, it goes east to Babylon. While God has forsaken the religious institution, the corrupt power structures, the city, the temple, all the trappings, God has followed his people into exile. And it's there where they don't expect to be, missing out on all the things they've looked forward to. It's there in isolation that God appears to Ezekiel and starts to unfold the story of a remade creation, of everything set right. God does not abandon his people to isolation, but he meets them there. That's good news for us today as well.